Hello. I would say it's nice to see you, but I can't. Right. I've lost my plectrum. What a good start. Good job, got a spare one. Right, hello. Good evening, everybody. That's if there's anybody there. I have no idea. Let us know if you're there, and my faithful assistant will take down any comments as we go. So this is the first time doing this. Never done it before. Hopefully it works okay. Because usually when I get up, people have already had 5 pints. And when I do stuff that people can sing along to, they can't hear me because they're singing. So you need to sing as well. So I've opened the windows so that I can hear you. And just to let you know before we start though, I'm not in the same class as Bernie or Robert, so I don't want your expectations to go through the roof. We'll do our best, we'll have a wee sing song, and then let me know if you like it or not. And if we do, we can maybe do it again. So, hope the sound's okay and everything. Let me know if it is, and let me know if it isn't. And we'll do a nice easy one to break in, one that takes me back to St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's Juniors. So anybody that was at St. Patrick's Juniors with me, you'll definitely know this. So please sing along. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Your turn. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and it was no wonder, for so was her father and mother before. And they wheeled their wheelbarrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, no one to grieve her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Molly Campbell taught me that. I don't know if you're watching, Molly, but thank you. Pity you couldn't learn me how to do the sums as well. Just pop out the picture for a minute. Right, I will keep popping out the picture just now and again, just to look at any comments. Hello Dougie, hello Carol, nice to see you again. This is really odd. I'm talking to my telephone and then I'm singing to my telephone, and I've never done this before. But hopefully you're there and the sound's coming across okay. As well as talking to my telephone, as well as playing the ukulele, sometimes what I'm going to do is I'll use a backing track. That's just so you don't get bored of listening to me with the thin sound of the ukulele. So we'll try one now. Sometimes I'll just use a backing track, sometimes I'll do both, and sometimes I'll play on this. So we're going to try one now, me playing along with a backing track. And some of the songs that we'll do tonight, you might want to get up and have a wee jig. You might not, but you might. So please, if you do, and this is probably one that you might, make sure that the glass coffee tables and the expensive ornaments and anything else are out of the way, because I can't be held responsible. So, here's one a lot of you know, wee bit of a jig, just to get us going. Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk on a day, I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft day, And I asked her now, what would you do? Cause her hair was black and her eyes are blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking the world on the salt hill from where the Galway grew. Come on then! We were halfway there when the rain came down on a day, She asked me up to a fat downtown on a fine soft day, And I asked you now, what's a fella to do? Cause her hair was black and her eyes are blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl. and I lost my heart to a Galway crew. Come on then! I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I ask you now, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes are blue. I've been all around, all over the world, 'cause I ain't seen nothing like a Galway crew. Come on, last time. Right, thank you. Don't know why I'm saying thank you. I don't even know if there's anybody there. But thank you if you are there, and I hope that one was okay. But just so that you can get joining in, we're going to do one now that the chorus is very, very easy. Anybody that's spent any time on the streets of Dublin, Cork, or anywhere really in any of the Irish towns, and listen to the many, many buskers, then you'll know that this is the bread and butter for a lot of them, even though it's not really Irish. But it is easy because the chorus has only got one word. So the windows are open. I want to hear you join in. They say that there's a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffling king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair. From your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hope you're joining in. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. There was a time when you let me know What's really going on below? But now you never show that to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you, the Holy Dove was moving too. Every breath we drew was hallelujah. Come on, join in. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Now maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outgrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not someone who's in the light. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe one hallelujah too many then. Right, I'll have a wee drink. I'm going to stick in a wee comedic one here, because it reminds me of growing up on the moor, and it might remind some of you about growing up on the moor, but it's about the things that adults say to kids, and it's the things they say to kids to try and modify the behaviour, if you like. If you stay like that, if the wind changes, your face will stay like that, and all that kind of stuff to frighten kids. So this is about the stuff that, growing up on the moor, the grown-ups used to say to me, and it's from a child's perspective, so I get to sing like a wee lad. My mum told me that the bogeyman would come someday and take me away. My mum told me that he really would, if I wasn't good. She'd tell him that he could. Then one night I saw him coming home from Cubs, wearing nothing but a flat hat and a raincoat and a tube of Smarties. My nana told me if I looked in the mirror, the devil would come and I'd have to run, and he'd take me far away underground, and I'd never be found, never be found. Then one night I looked in the mirror, the devil, he came in, but he looked just like the bloke what was caught in our mooring. My brother told me if I trod on a nick, I would be right thick and marry a brick. And to the wedding, the frizzes would come and suck up all the rum and bugger up all the fun. So for days I walked round, staring at the ground, till I smashed me head in on a lamppost and was 8 weeks coming round. My sister told me if I played on the grids like the other kids, they always did, I'd get scarlet fever and I'd drop down dead with a purple head. That's what she said. Then they'd cut me up into little bits and put me in Clayton pies and sell me blood to Billy Wilson to make black pudding. My dad told me if I swallowed chewing gum, it would stick in me tongue and it would bung up me bum. And I'd get bigger and bigger and I wouldn't stop till I went off pop all over the shop. Then one day I swallowed some chuddy and lay awake all night, waiting to go off back and blow the house down. So when I get older and I get right big, I'm gonna swallow all the chuddy I can, I'm gonna trot on all the nicks that I can, I'm gonna play on all the grids that I can, and I'm gonna look in all the mirrors I can, and then when the bogeyman comes, I'll shoot the bugger with a supersonic ray gun. What I'm going to buy when I grow up. Not a bit of wonder I grew up the way I did. Right, way back in the 70s, there was a very popular group from Ireland, still very popular now, probably one of the best rock bands ever, called Thin Lizzy. And they do a cover of this song, and my good friend Pekka Woods, with his Thin Lizzy tribute band, Live and Dangerous. If you haven't seen them, get to see them. They're the best Thin Lizzy tribute band, bar none. When they do this, Pekka gives everybody a glass of whiskey to start with. Now obviously I would do that now, if I could, but I can't reach you. So maybe next time. So, I want you to join in. You probably know it. As I was going over the far famed Kerry mountains, met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier. I said, stand or deliver, for ye are the bold receiver. Marshally, never do never die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Counted all this money and it was a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. Well, devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went up to my chamber for to take a slumber. I took the gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder, for Jenny drew my charges and she filled them up with water. Then called for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Early next morning, before I rose to travel, comes a band of footmen and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, for she'd stole away my rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some take delight in the carriages are rolling, some take delight in the hurling and the bowling, but me I take delight in the juices of the barley and cotton pretty maidens in the morning nice and early. Whack for my daddy-o, anyone can see me, it's my brother in the army. If I can find decision being Copper in Killarney, and if he'll go with me, we'll go walking in Kilkenny. I should have treated me better than my older sporting Jenny, or should we never die? Black for my daddy-o, black for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Mushery never die. Black for my daddy-o, black for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Right. So, Elwyn actually seen Thin Lizzy before I was old enough to go out. Right, we're going to do one now. I'm going to slow it down a bit. Very popular Irish band, The Furies. Came to Claytonmoor, was it a couple of years ago? 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. And unfortunately I missed them that night, couldn't be there. But I was looking forward to them coming to Rose Hill. They were coming to Rose Hill, but that I think was going to be the end of March. So the old coronavirus scotched that, but hopefully they'll come again soon. This is one of the most popular songs, even though it's not the prettiest. And I usually don't bring this out in November, but we'll do it now because The Furies are so popular. Young Willie McBride, do you mind if I sit down by your graveside, watch for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your headstone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart are you forever enshrined? And though you died back in 1960, in that loyal heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, forever enclosed behind a glass pane? In an old photograph, all torn, tattered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Now the sun shines down on these green fields of France. The warm wind blows gently, the red poppies dance. The trenches have vanished long under the plough. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. Countless white crosses in mute witness stand to man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that was butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? I can't help but wonder, young Willie McBride, do those that lie here know why they died? Did they really believe when they told you the cause? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? The sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying was all done in vain. 'Cause Willie McBride, it all happened again, and again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The grain fields of France. Just take a drink. Siobhan, I'll come and sing every night if he puts the wee thing to sleep. Like I used to put Heidi to sleep at work. Right, just gonna make a wee adjustment. This next one, it originated from Liverpool. It was a Scouse folk song, but it was taken up by a lot of Irish acts. Probably because it's got the word whiskey in the title. Covered by the Dubliners and many, many others. And there's a lot of versions around, depending where you hear it at. So I think I got it off the Dubliners. I'm sure you'll be able to join in. Come day, go day, wishing me hard for Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week, whiskey on a Sunday. He sat on the corner of Old Beggar's Bush, astride an old packing case. He had 3 wooden dolls that could dance and could sing, and he crooned with a smile on his face. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come day, go day, wishing me hard for Sunday. at the strings, and the dolls, they danced up and down. A better show than you ever will see, fanciest theatres in town. Oh, come they go day, wishing me hard for Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week, whiskey on a Sunday. I'm sad to report that old Seth Davy died in 1904. And the three wooden dolls in the dustbin were laid. This song you will hear nevermore. Whoa, come they go day, wishing me hard for Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week, whiskey on a Sunday. Now some stormy night, if you're passing that way, and the wind's blowing up from the sea, you can still hear the song of old Seth Davy as he croons to his dancing dolls three. Oh, come they go day, wishing me hard for Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week, whiskey on a Sunday. Come they go day, wishing me hard for Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week, whiskey on a Sunday. Right. So we haven't done any of the Pogues yet, have we? We should maybe do some of the Pogues. So which one of the Pogues would you like? Can't hear you. I've got the windows open but I can't hear you. Which one of the Pogues? Oh, you always ask for that one. So I'll tell you what, we'll do 3 in a row. Do 3 in a row, and we'll start with this one. Always goes down well on the moor. I don't know why. My love by the gasworks wall. Come on. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling along their beat. Spring's a girl on the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. side, run from the dock. Saw a tree, cut the night on fire. I smelled a breeze on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make me a big sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an alder tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Come on, your turn. Let my love by the gasworks roll. Can I hear? Dream, dream by the old canal. I kiss my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town. Dirty Old Town, the Pogues, which was actually written about Salford, written by a guy called Ewan MacColl. He was an actor, activist, playwright, and he was actually the father of Kirsty MacColl, who obviously ended up playing with the Pogues before her untimely death. So yeah, about Salford, but covered by just about every Irish band gone. So this is another one by the Pogues, and this one's written by a guy called Eric Bogle, who also wrote The Green Fields of France that I just did. It's a bit dour, but it's a lovely song. The Pogues do a really, really dour version of it. Bogle's is a bit brighter, so I'm going to try and fall in somewhere in between. I'll do it in the proper key instead, I think. When I was a young lad, I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray Green Basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's a job to be done. They gave me a tin hat and gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as a ship pulled away from the quay. Amidst all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we set sail for Gallipoli. How I remember that terrible day. Our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they called Solver Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready, he'd primed himself well. He shot us with bullets and he rained us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat blown us all to hell. Nearly blew us all back to Australia, and the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs. And then we started all over again. Those that were left, we tried to survive in a mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, while the corpses around me piled higher. And then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I woke up in my hospital bed, so what had it done? I wished I was dead. I never knew there were worse things than dying. Now I'll no more go waltzing Matilda across the green bush far and free, 'cause to hump tent and pegs a lad needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. They collected the crippled, the wounded and lame, and they shipped us all back to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind and insane, those brave wounded heroes of Sova. And as our ship docked into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where my legs used to be. Thank God there was nobody waiting for me to mourn or to grieve or to pity. And the band played waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. Nobody cheered, they just stood and stared, and then turned their faces away. Now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reviving old dreams and past glories. The old men walk slowly, old bones stiff and sore, forgotten heroes from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band, they waltzing Matilda. Old heroes still answer their call, but year upon year, old men disappear. Soon no one will march there at all. The band played Waltzing Matilda. I think it was our Mick said to me one day, do you not know any songs where nobody dies? And I had to really think hard. And I think the only two I could come up with was, is this the way to Amarillo and living next door to Alice? So we just have to keep with the gaudy ones. But this one might cheer us up. We might get to do a wee jig on this one. Nobody dies on this one. But a dog does. I hate it when dogs die. So, sing along with it if you know it. Clap along with it if you know it. Put the windows open. I want to hear you clap. All the way from Drossen to Australia, from Wathbrow to Whitley Bay, wherever you might be. Clap away. Sing away. July 1806, when we sailed from the sweet Cove of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. It was an elegant craft, rigged fore and aft, and know how the wild wind drove her. She could take a big blast, she had 27 masts, called her the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags of the best flannel rags, we had 2 million barrels of pork. We had 2 million sides of all blind horses' hides, we had 4 million barrels of bone. 5 million hogs, 6 million dogs, 7 million barrels of water. We had 8 million bales of old nanny goat's tail, gold of the Irish Rover. There was old Mickey Coot who played hard on his flute when the waves stood up for a sail. He was too with skill for each sparkling quadrille, though the dancers were flurried and fed. And with his smart witty talk he was cock of the north. He bowled the games up and over. They could tell at a glance when he took off his stance. He'd sailed on the Irish Rover. There was Harry McGee from the banks of the Lee. There was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Johnny McGurk who was scared stiff of work, and a chap from Westmeath called Malone. Slugger O'Toole, drunk as a rule, fighting Bill Dreesy from Dover. Then you found Mick McCann from the banks of the land, skipper of the Irish Rover. Well, we'd sailed 7 years when the measles broke out and the ship lost its way in the fog. And the all of the crew was reduced down to 2, just myself and the captain's old dog. And then the ship hit a rock, Lord, what a shock. The boat, they tipped right over. It turned 9 times around, and that poor old dog was drowned. Now I'm the last of the Irish Rover. The Irish Rover. Quick swig. Maybe slip another Pogues one in before we're finished. So, next we're going to do minor adjustment to the sound. One of my favourite Irish artists, Christy Moore. Do quite a few of his songs, but probably only do this one tonight. Spent a lot of time trying to get myself looking like him. I think if I put a wee bit more weight on, I'll be there. Writes a lot of songs around social conscience. Probably the best way I can put it. So this one's called Ordinary Man. Any Christy Moore fans will probably know it. Nice song. Really good when he does it live. I'm an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing grand. I've had to work for everything I own. I never asked for a lot, I was happy with what I got. Enough to keep my family and my home. Now they say the times are hard, and they handed me my cards. They say there's not the work to go around. But when that whistle blows, the gates will finally close. Tonight they're gonna shut this factory down. They'll tear it down. I never missed a day or went on strike for better pay. For 20 years I've served them best I could. Now it's easy to forget with a handshake and a check. Loyalty through bad times and through good. The owner says it's sad to see that things have got so bad, but the captains of industry won't let him loose. He'll smoke his big cigar and he'll drive his brand new car. Still take his family on a cruise. He'll never lose. He'll never lose. Now it seems to me a cruel irony. He's better off now than ever he was before. And now my check is spent, I can't afford the rent. There's one law for the rich, one for the poor. Every day I try to salvage something of my pride, find some work to help me pay my way. But everywhere I go, the answer's always no. No work for anyone here today. No work today. No work today. And so condemned I stand, an ordinary man, like thousands beside me in the queue. I watch my darling wife try to make the best of life. God knows what the kids are gonna do. Now we're faced with this human waste, a generation cast aside. As long as I shall live, I never will forgive. You stripped me of my dignity and pride. You stripped me bare. You stripped me bare. No work today. No work today. Christy Moore's Ordinary Man. Another way sweet. Right, you'd be sick of listening to me, so we'll put the backing track on. And just need to tell you a wee bit about the background of this. And it goes back to the 1916 Easter Uprising. And one of the main leaders of the rebels was a guy called Joseph Plunkett. And he was engaged to be married to Grace Gifford, Easter Sunday 1916. Plunkett was ill in bed, and the uprising started without him, and he got the call, so he had to get out of his sick bed and go and join in. as the uprising failed, all the main signatories of the Declaration of Independence were rounded up and they're all executed. But the night before Plunkett was executed, a priest arranged to have Grace Gifford brought to the prison in Durham, Kilmainham Jail, and allowed him to be married. So they were married in Kilmainham Jail. They were given 15 minutes supervised afterwards, and that was the sum total of their married life. Grace Gifford remained as a widow for the rest of her life, and I think she died in about 1969, still living in Dublin. Did I say Durham? I meant Dublin, obviously. Why have I got Durham in my head? Barnard Castle. Oh, it's because I'm getting my eyes tested, that's what it was. So, they were allowed 15 minutes married life. This song, I think it came out in the 80s originally, and lots of bands covered it. It was more recently covered by Rod Stewart. So it's Rod Stewart's version. I'm going to try and do it, but not as good as Robert, obviously. And it's been said that it was banned by the BBC, and Rod Stewart wasn't allowed to play it. But the BBC denied that, but they did stop him actually playing it on Radio 2. So this is Grace in the style of, or the soundtrack, not the style of Rod Stewart. Gathered in the chapel here in old Kilmainham Jail. I think about these last few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed? From our school days they have taught us we must strive for liberty. But all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this brave land. But when Margaret called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking my heart it's breaking too, as I walk out on this May morn. My thoughts will be of you, but I'll write some words on the wall, then everyone will know I've loved so much that I have seen his blood upon the rose. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. That one was for Mick and Dougie. Hope you're alright, lads. What we going to do next? Your turn again. Got the windows open. I want to hear you. I've been a wild rover for many's a year, and I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. And now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I asked the landlady, my money's all spent. When I asked her for credit, she answered me, nay, it's custom like yours, I can get any day. Now it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I took out my pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes, well, they shone with delight. She said, I have whiskey and wines of the best, and the words that I told you were only in jest. No, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they caressed me as oft times before, well, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Last time. No, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Only played it about 500 times, and then I forgot the chords on the last verse. Right. So I hope you were all joining in then. I could hear one voice, and I think it came all the way from Kegel. So there's been a few requests for this one. This one's definitely best done in a live atmosphere, after about 5 pints. But maybe you've had 5 pints already, I don't know. I haven't, I'm on the Lucozade. It's killing me. I'll get the Enidal Blonde out after this. Especially good when you hear this one at Parkhead or Anfield. By an old prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young may see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Though lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly, our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Come on, one of you. By an old prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. When our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By an old harbour wall, she watched the last star falling. And as the prison ship sailed out against that sky, she lived to hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Well, our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. When our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Put your scarves out, no? Put your scarves out, we'll do one more. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Well, our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's rolling round the fields of Athenry. The fields of Athenry. We're actually travelling between Dublin and Galway. We're on the motorway, and I said to my wife, "Quick, take a photograph of that over there." She said, "What over where?" I said, "That over there. That field." She says, "There's nothing in the field." I said, "Just take a photograph, quick." So she took a photograph, even though there was nothing there. But we just passed a sign that said Athenry, 1 mile. So I've got a photograph of the fields of Athenry. Right, there's been a couple of requests for this one, and I wouldn't normally do it, but I was doing an open mic in Whitehaven, and it was the last autumn. Somebody asked me, would I do it? And I said, "No, it's the wrong time of year, I'm not doing it." And he said, "It's never the wrong time to do a great song." But it is, he feels wrong, but I'll do it anyways. Because he'd also said it was his favourite Pogues song, and it's a lot of people's favourite Pogues song. You'll just have to pretend it's dark outside and it's snowing and all the rest of the stuff. So you all know it, so sing along, even though it might feel a bit awkward doing it in June. It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, "Won't see another one." Then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my eyes away and thought about you. Got on a lucky one, came in 18 to 1. Yeah, I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. And so happy Christmas, I love you, baby. There's gonna be good times when all our dreams they come true. They've got cars big as bars, they've got rivers of gold. When the wind blows right through you, no place for the old. When I first took your hand on that cold Christmas Eve, they told me that Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome and pretty, queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, the crowd yelled for more. Sinatra was swinging, the drums they were singing. We kissed on the corner, then danced on the floor. And the boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. I could have been someone, well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you. I took them with me, babe. I put them with my own. I can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you. And the boys in the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. You're a bum, you're ripped up on an old Southern junk. And then he dead on that trip in the bed. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy maggot. Merry Christmas, my arse, and I'd rather be dead. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Merry Christmas. I love you, baby. There's gonna be good times when all our dreams, they come true. Felt wrong, that, didn't it? Just felt wrong. Have another squirt. Right, what time are we on? I'm going to do one more and then let you go to bed. Although I'm sure some of you won't be able to sleep the amount of teddy pot you must have put away and Guinness and stuff. So this one, I've only really started doing it, so forgive me if I forget the words. But I'm not one for speeches or monologues or anything like that. But I really wanted to do this tonight, and I wanted to do it off Clean the Moor Born and Bred, instead of just doing it on my own stream. Just to try and put something back, if you can put anything back. Because with what we've all just been through and are still going through, it's been amazing, the spirit of this community, I think. And I know lots of people have done lots of stuff in other places, but it's really shone through what this community's been doing. And many towns have deteriorated, and I've lived here all my life, so I've seen what we used to call the good days. We used to go shopping to Wildens, Kathy Wells's, Walter Wilson's, Crothers Clubs, all the rest of it, and seeing to what it's come to now. Same as many other places. But one thing, that although they can take away our co-op and our post office, they can't take away the spirit of the people. And as I say, I think that's shone through over the past 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to do this one, especially for anybody that's been involved in all the efforts over the past 3 or 4 months. And also, it's probably worth saying that although technology has played a big part in the demise of many small businesses and communities and towns, I think this particular site, Clean the Moor Born and Bred, I think it's absolutely knitted this community together. So, well done, Sean, Michael, anybody else that's involved in it. You're doing a great job. So, I'm going to try and sing this. This is a song that was originally written back in the 60s, and it was written about Belfast. And it was written by Nathan, I can't remember his name, but he was brought up through the 60s, and then he went away and he came back in the midst of the Troubles. So he sings about what the town used to be like, and then what the town became, and with the last verse of being hopeful. So, it's been done by other people. I particularly like the Dubliners version, but I couldn't get the backing track for the Dubliners. So, we'll make do with this one, and I hope you liked it. So, thank you very much for being here. If there's anybody here, I'm maybe still talking to my telephone. So let's do this one, The Town That I Loved So Well. I will always see the town that I have loved so well. The school played ball by the old gas-yard wall, and laughed through the smell. Going home in the rain, running down the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town that I loved so well. In the early morn, the shirt factory home called the women from Gregan, the moor and the bog, and the men on the dole played the mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got rough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride for the town I have loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, and a language that we could all understand. I remember the day when I earned my first pay, playing in a small pickup band. I spared my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. I learned about life, and I found myself a wife in the town that I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes were burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees. The armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hung on every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas-yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town that I love so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, 'cause the spirit is bruised but never broken. Don't forget, for their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. But what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town that I love so well. So, I've spent long enough in your living rooms. So good night, God bless, thank you for listening in, and hopefully maybe we can do it all again sometime. Good night.